Here it is. Sir Glowstick the Brave, narrator-ready version, long ago, when the world still remembered the language of flame and stone, a traveler came to our village. Not with fanfare, not with armies, but in silence, and in his hand a light unlike any other. Teal, not fire, not magic, something older, something alive. It pulsed like a heartbeat. It cast no shadow, and it did not burn, it healed. He placed it into the great lantern of Eldon Hollow, forged from star metal and vow steel, and peace bloomed. For generations the land thrived. Crops grew without blight. Wolves bowed at the border. Children played without fear. The light endured, but peace is fragile, and the orcs remembered hunger. They came like a storm, fang and iron, torches high, screaming from the black hills. They burned the homes, shattered the lantern. And in one terrible night, the light vanished. Only a child escaped. Wrapped in the ancestral red cape, woven from the cloth of the first night, blessed by the same teal flame, he was set upon the river in a wooden boat, adrift beneath a weeping sky. Beside him, a sword too heavy for his hands, a shield etched with forgotten runes, armor that hummed when the wind passed, and the light, it was not gone, it had not fled, it had chosen. It flowed from the broken lantern, winding through ash and smoke, sinking into the relics, into the boy's breath, into his blood. The cape, oh the cape, it lived, it whispered when danger came, it moved when he could not. On the riverbank his mother stood, dress torn, face streaked with soot and blood, and in her back the spear, black iron, barbed, steaming. She did not scream, she did not fall. With the last of her strength, she placed her hands on the boat, one push, then another. Her fingers slipped. She fell to her knees, but she shoved again, trembling, breath ragged until the current took the boat, carrying the child into the dark. She watched as the water pulled him away. Her lips moved. No sound. Only love. Then the river turned, and she was gone, swallowed by shadow, by silence. By sacrifice, he was found. Raised by kind hands on a quiet farm, for years he was just a boy, tending sheep, mending fences, dreaming of nothing greater. But the orcs, they always return. When they came again, two brutes with tusks and fire, something awoke. The sword, once too heavy, felt like an extension of his arm. The cape twisted like a serpent, tripping the first beast at the perfect moment. And the boy struck true. That night the farmers looked at him not as a son, but as a sign, so they sent him to the castle, to train, to become what he was always meant to be. Years passed, sweat, blood, failure, pride, humility. The cape never let him forget. When he strutted like a peacock, it slapped him in the face. When he doubted, it wrapped tighter, warm as a mother's hand. He became Sir Glowstick the Brave, a name once laughed at in the training yards, but no one laughed when he broke a charging boar's neck with his shield. No one laughed when he stood alone at the Gate of Ashes and held the line for 6 hours. And no one laughed on the day the orcs returned. Not a raid, not a skirmish, a conquest. Thousands poured over the walls. Knights fell like wheat before the scythe. Banners burned, gates collapsed. And in the center of the ruin stood one knight, blood in his eyes, breath ragged, shield cracked, sword notched, but standing. And as the second wave charged, great tusked monsters roaring, axes high, the light within him roared back. Teal fire erupted from his chest, his blade, his very soul. It arced through the air like a storm of living energy. One orc lunged, shattered by a single shield bash, flung like a doll into stone. 5 more came and were erased, consumed in a flash of ancient radiance, turned to ash before they hit the ground. Silence. The remaining orcs stopped. They smelled it. They felt it. This was not man. This was retribution. This was the return of the old light. They fled into the hills, into the dark, screaming of the night who glowed like vengeance. The city lay in ruin, but the knight stood, and he knows this was not the end. For every village, every forest, every child huddled in fear he will ride, with sword in hand, cape fluttering like a banner of war, and the teal flame burning ever brighter in his heart. He is not a king. He is not a god. He is Sir Glowstick the Brave, and the light will endure. As long as one knight stands, the glow lives on.